to another episode of the Writer's Hive. This is a bi-weekly chat where we attempt to demystify the writing and publishing process in order to create a writer's hive mind. This week, we are talking about holiday gift guides for writers, the writer in your life, or if you yourself are a writer and want to gift yourself something for the holiday season. We are going to talk about things that we received and things that we would love to get. And hopefully you'll be able to find something special to give the writer in your life this year for the holidays. So we're going to start off with Julie.
I love the holidays. I absolutely enjoy gift giving. And I think that there's so many really fun, creative things that you can do for the writers in your life. So I think my top things in terms of like what I love, I think it's pretty specific to different writers. So knowing your friends or your family members or your loved ones and what they like is probably going to be key here. But I don't think I could be happier than if somebody gifted me like a really beautiful pen. Recently, I was gifted a gorgeous fountain pen, and I think that that's something that's really special for me to write with, take my notes with. Obviously, I love notebooks. Do most writers have more than they could ever use in a lifetime? Probably. Will we ever be upset at getting a new one? Absolutely not. No. So I think in terms of like idea notebooks or like really special, meaningful pens, I mean, honestly, even if you just gave me like a pack of colored pens, I'd still be overjoyed. But like a really nice pen would also be a fantastic gift for the writer in your life. I think that some things can be a little bit tricky if you know that the person in your life is super organized. Sometimes a planner is really nice, but most super organized people already have a planner that they're in love with. So maybe a desk calendar or a wall calendar that they can still use as just like a casual calendar can help keep them on track. And I think that can be a really fun gift, especially if it's somewhat inspirational or you can customize it. There's a lot of websites where you can put inspirational quotes or pictures that you can make kind of feel special and custom to that person. Could also be really nice. I know I've seen people do custom photo or quote, maybe from something that they've written or a book that they wrote, and they make it into like a desk mat that protects their desk. That's also like a large mouse pad. That could be something really fun. I personally have been lovingly gifted mugs that have like my book cover and book quotes on them. That's always something fantastic for writers who most likely live on some form of caffeine or use them for pen holders. I keep all of my pens in different mugs that I've acquired over time. So I don't think you can go wrong with some kind of a mug. Usually is a fantastic gift. There's also like really fancy mug warmers that keep your coffee and tea warm. I've seen some that have USB ports. I've seen some that have like plugs, some that are battery operated. But if you research and look at those can be a really great gift for next to the desk. They work as a coaster and also just to keep their drink warm while they're writing, because we will lose ourselves in our writing and our drinks will go cold. So that's always something really nice to have as well. But yeah, I think that perhaps if you are also a writer and you're gifting something to another writer and you have a craft book that worked really well for you that they don't have yet, that could be a fantastic gift. Maybe a book that really inspired you as a writer. I think that also gifting like your favorite book to another writer can be something that's really inspiring, and putting a personal message on the inside just to say, this is something that really inspired my imagination. Hopefully it's something that can inspire yours as well. Could be a really beautiful thing to put on a writer's shelves. We all have bookshelves, so that could be something that's really nice as well. I don't think that there's any end to the things that you can do. Some are monetary, some are not. You could go as far as asking what kind of yearly subscriptions they get for themselves. Something like a One Stop for Writers or a Pro Writing Aid or something like that. And you can give them money or a gift card towards something like that. So there really is no end to the creative ways that you can gift your writer something. But I think also just at the lowest monetary, absolutely free level, just saying, I love you. I know, I understand that you need some time to write. So I'm going to gift you with that. I shall, respect your writing time and not text you or call you during these times. My friends have been really great about understanding that I have regular sprinting times, and I will get text messages right beforehand that say, I hope you have a great sprint. Love you. Go kick ass and have a really great writing session. And then they might check in afterwards when they know that my sprints are usually done and say, I hope you did really well. Or they'll check in the next morning and say, I hope last night's sprint was fantastic. And that kind of moral support and understanding from non-writers can be really, really supportive and amazing to writers. So that's also something you can do that's 100% free, but lets your writer friends know that they understand that you're taking time away from everything else to write and that you're still being supported, and supportive is really, really awesome.
I agree that a lot of the gifts that you give do have to be super personal, because just an example of, do I love great pens? Yes, but I'm left-handed. So no, you have to know that I'm left-handed to know that fountain pens, for instance, don't work for me. And then like the rollerball pens with the like wet ink don't work for me because they get on the side of my hand. So things like that, or like notebooks, I prefer the top loaders because again, I'm left-handed. If it's on the side, it hurts my hand. So it is good to know more about your writer. Hopefully it's not just a random writer that you're wanting to buy a gift for, and actually like a writer friend that you want to buy for, so you know these things about them. I think that one thing that I love, I've never gotten, but I would love to get, is maybe a nice USB clickety clackety keyboard to use when I'm writing. If somebody gave me that, like, I would be so grateful, because I love, and I've never found one that I really like that works well with a Mac. And so if I found one and somebody gifted it to me, I would just be forever grateful. But another thing that you can give are things that can just help them remain calm and get their mind in the right set to write. So like a candle, or even like I use a diffuser most of the time because I enjoy using essential oils and just making it smell really nice, and using ones that help you like stay awake or stay focused. Even decorations for like bookshelves or for their desks. I have looks like a feather pen, but it's just like a little statue. It's over on another bookshelf, so I can't get it. But if it's even say Funko Pops of some of their favorite stories, so that it keeps them motivated, even motivational pictures that say get things done. So I even have this that Julie gifted me when we went on a writing retreat, and it says, there is no wrong or right, just right. And it's right, like you're writing, and then it has my name on it. And I love this. I don't use it that often, just I don't want to mess it up, but these are really great because you can use wine out of these, coffee out of these, tea out of these. And then I put it up on my bookshelf just to remember to, like, it doesn't matter. Just write it. And so I love that from Julie.
When it comes to writer gifts, I have a very long list right here that Julie and Amber have already discussed some of them, but I did want to give sort of a comprehensive list of things that cost money and things that don't. Because, everyone has different budgets, and you can still show the writer in your life how much you care without putting too much money into it. So I'm going to first talk about things that do cost a little bit of money. And that's, I'm surprised we haven't mentioned it yet. We sort of did. Just books in general. Most writers are readers. So if you know the writer in your life really loves fantasy books or romance books, you can either gift them a specific book or possibly a gift card to their favorite bookstore. And you can do that physical copies or ebooks. That's always a fun one to get. I know one year for Christmas, my mom actually bought me a ton of ebooks, and Christmas morning, my whole Kindle was full of brand new books. So that was really, really fun. Also too, as writers and readers, I know a lot of writers like to sort of create a vibe when they're writing. So I would say maybe like fun fuzzy socks. I always love getting those, especially if they have something cute on it or a fun saying, or blankets, especially like fuzzy ones, or even if they have like a special saying on it or a pretty picture. Those are always fun to snuggle up on the couch or wherever you're writing or reading. I am a big puzzle person. So I love getting puzzles, and I know a lot of authors We tend to be very internal when we are thinking about our books and everything. So that's like a really thinking activity for when you're trying to get out of a plot hole or anything like that. That is my go-to. Also, too, I had gifted an author friend in the past a puzzle of her books. So I just went online and I found like create your own puzzle, and I put her book covers up and they made a puzzle with her book cover. So I thought that was a more individualized type of gift if you have an author friend who has published before or they're about to publish. Even just having like an inspirational visual for them on a puzzle as well. I would say any hobbies that they're interested in, you can always look there. If they like to knit or anything like that, I would say, that's always a great gift. Oh, and I always love having like sort of motivational things around me on my walls. And Amber had given me this, I think 2 years ago now, this little wooden poster. I have it always up on my corkboard, and I absolutely love it because I'll look at it sometimes. I'll look off when I'm thinking about something, and I'm like, all right, this is great. So any sort of motivation, whether it's a poster, you could also create. So this would be sort of leaning into something that's free monetarily, but takes a little bit of your time, maybe like phone backgrounds, motivational phone lock screen backgrounds, or the home screen, just little things like that, just to let you know that, let your author friend know that you care. We did mention mugs, but you can always, determine if your author friend likes coffee or tea, get them their favorite. That would be greatly appreciated for most authors, or their favorite type of drink if they don't drink coffee or tea. Another gift you can do is gift, if you already have your author friend's book, gift their book to other people as well, other writers, if they do like those types of books. That's sort of like a one-off gift, not necessarily to them, but other writers in your life. And I know, Julie, you love to annotate books. I think that would be an amazing gift to give someone, whether or not it's your book. If there's a book that you absolutely love and you think your author friend might like it, writing little notes in a new copy and then giving it to them, and then they can experience the book with you. In terms of some another free thing you can do, if your author friend is published, write a review for their book. We all are very busy, and I know sometimes I get behind on writing reviews for my friends' books, so I always try to do that when I can, but that would be an awesome thing that you could do. You could share it on social media, you can tag them, you can really do as many things as you possibly can to get other readers interested in their book. Also, as a mom, I do find that it's hard to get away sometimes, and anyone who has a full-time job or is a caregiver at any point, having the opportunity, if you live nearby, or suggest it to a spouse or a partner, like gifting time for this writer to go off and say, go to the library safely, or a coffee shop, or even saying, okay, I'm going to take your animals this weekend. I'm going to babysit them while you go off and write, and you don't have to worry about anything. That would be the best gift in the world for anyone, really, any writer, just having the time, the dedicated time to write. Also, too, this was another bigger gift, is a writer's retreat. They can get a little expensive, but if you as a writer sort of set up some sort of fund and just say like, hey, for gifts this year, if you could contribute to this fund so I can go to somewhere, find a place that you want to go. And that's always helpful to have sort of that experience type of gift versus like a physical thing. So last month in November, we all went to a writer's retreat in Pennsylvania at the Highlights Foundation. So that is, out of the ones that I've researched, it's really not that expensive when it comes to other ones that you can get. You get all your meals taken care of. You have your own place to stay, which was fantastic because you really get that dedicated writing time. So if you are at all interested in any sort of writer's retreat and just want to say, set up a fund or something like that, that would be something that you could ask for as a writer, ask for your family and friends to contribute to.
Quick, I remembered my sister, when she was still dating my brother-in-law, when he went out with his friends, she would have food delivered like the next day after they went out drinking. She would send off like breakfast sandwiches and like Uber Eats him all this like food the next day, and they didn't have to worry about it. It would just show up and they'd be like hungover and so grateful. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason he married her. But you could also do that. There's tons of availability right now online for delivery services, whether it's meals or just like a quick meal or a treat or something. If you know that they're like really deep in the trenches of editing or drafting and you get a meal sent and they don't have to worry about cooking that day, or if you're close enough that you can drop one off, there's a ton of different ways that you can show you care, right? Without having to like physically be near somebody. So just like you would take care of somebody when they're sick, or you know, they have a baby and you drop off meals or something like that. You know, writing books takes a lot of time and a lot of dedication, and you can't always just stop and, you know, cook a meal for yourself and your family. And I know me personally, there are a ton of times where I will start working and I will just absolutely forget to eat. But if somebody sent me something, it would probably be really, really nice to not have to worry about that, and could create that kind of retreat feeling in your own home where your meal just kind of shows up. It'd be pretty amazing.
I actually had a couple that I wanted to add. So first, you can also ask your writer friend if they have a wish list somewhere. They have so many different places that you can put up a wish list. And a lot of times I have no idea what to give someone, and I find their wish list, and it gives me great ideas, even if I don't get what's exactly on their wish list. One other thing that kind of goes with Julie's is snacks. All writers eat snacks, some sort of snack while they write, and just knowing them well enough to know if that's fruit or if that's gummy bears or if that's, you know, Takis or if that's Doritos or whatever it is that they like to snack on. You can always Amazon them that, or you can send it from their local grocery store as like a, you don't have to get up, you know, keep writing, here's your snack. That would be really nice. And then the last thing that I remembered is one thing that I actually bought for myself, and it's been a godsend in the winter. And I'm in Texas, and it's a godsend in the winter. I can't imagine how much it would be amazing for everyone that's a little bit more north of me. But it's basically like a heating pad, but it has a pocket for your feet to go in. So it's a foot heater. You put it underneath your desk and you slip your feet in, and it keeps them nice and warm and toasty. And in the winter, when it's cold and you're trying to write and you're just shivering and your family is saying it's too hot in here, you can't turn up the heater anymore, you can slide your feet in there and feel nice and toasty and keep writing. So that's one of the best things I ever bought for myself. And my brother actually stole mine. And then I had to buy myself another one because it was so good. We use it for working from home too. So those, I think that's everything that I have.
And just coming out of all of these fantastic ideas, there was another free one that I had given Julie. We had a gift exchange a few years ago, and it was a Spotify playlist. So the time she was writing a contemporary romance, and I just found all of these hopefully inspirational sounds and songs that she could listen to while writing. I think that's a fantastic free gift that you can give someone if they have a Spotify or Apple Music or any of the music apps, just creating a playlist for them. That one is a bit more personalized, so you'd have to sort of see what they're writing and, you know, their taste in music. But I think that's really, really fun. And it's definitely a special gift that you can give the writer in your life. We had a ton of ideas. I hope you were able to find one or two that would definitely work for you or a writer friend. And if you are stumped, or if your family is stumped on what to get you this season, be sure to share this video with them. They can have a ton of ideas, and hopefully everyone will be happy with the giving and receiving this holiday season. So the question of this episode is, what would you love to receive as a writer this holiday season? We would love to add to our list, our ongoing gift giving list. So be sure to put that in the comment section below. So we will see you in 2 weeks then. Bye-bye.
Another thing that just slipped out of my head. Oh, where'd it go? My brain started going to the clickety clackety and I forgot what I was talking about.
You should have said candles, Julie, because I'm not going to say it. I can't smell.